Because you've been saying that for a long time.
That's true. Well, good morning and welcome to Pantry.
Hi. Let me grab my little
ukulele.
My little friend. Where did I put it down?
There he is. It's been a little while since we have been live, and we are super excited to do that with you.
Yes, we're like out of sorts, but we'll get on track shortly.
Real good. Okay.
It'll be okay.
Here we go. Welcome to Pandemic Pantry.
We know you might feel antsy, but soon you'll be cooking so fancy. Stay and cook along with us today.
Woo! Good to see an appearance of the ukulele.
I know.
Missed her.
I've
We
been
have totally
forgetting.
missed her. All right, we're just
Okay,
going
I'll
to
get
sign
us
on in over
online.
here.
Yes, and we do this so that we can see ourselves just in case something happens to our connection with you. And we're glad you're here today.
So glad that you're here. And while Adrian's doing that, I'm just going to give you a brief update on what we're doing today. So we are going to make that fun TikTok feta and tomato bake, and then we're doing a twist on that and adding a goat's cheese one with asparagus. We're going to make a Mexican layered cake with a flan topping, and we're going to do a little tribute to the Derby Day and do Kentucky Derby pie brownies.
Oh my gosh.
And then
they're
toast
so
you
good.
off with like a little mint julep spritzer. So busy.
You're very busy.
But
But
before we do that,
yes. Well, and did you say who you were?
I did not. But I am Kate, the director of 50. No, you're the director of 50 Plus Ministries.
We put
I'm
it together.
the director of hospitality at First Methodist.
And I'm Adrian Bush, the director. I am the director of 50 Plus Ministries. And we have a devotion for you, and this is in the prayer book. This was a collaboration of Sacred Arts Committee with the prayer committee. They were already going to do a prayer book, and we said, can we get in on that? And we put artwork in there to go with each of the daily readings. So this is part of the Great 50 Days, which is the 50 days following Easter up until May 23rd. And so if you don't have a copy, I would suggest that you call or go to the church and get your copy. This is the day 23 reading written by Pamela Roth, but we're just going to read the Bible verse to you. But do take a look at this if you can. Ephesians 1:17 through 20 says, I pray that the eyes of your heart may be enlightened in order that you may know the hope to which he has called you, the riches of his glorious inheritance in his holy people.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, here's the prayer. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Oh God, open the eyes of my heart so that I may know the hope to which he has called me. Knowledge, I will not be abandoned. Knowledge, he will give me my daily bread. The knowledge that he is God and I am not. A rich hope to share with others. A hope shared in a song for the ages. Jesus loves me. This I know. Amen.
Oh, amen. That's good.
That is
Beautiful
good, Pamela.
one.
Good job.
Oh, and the picture that for today was from Leah Grace.
It's Leah Grace Borders, and it is a picture of one lone candle in our sanctuary, and you can see the resurrection. Is that the resurrection window? Yeah, you can see the resurrection window behind. So
Very beautiful. Yes, grab a copy if you don't have one.
yes, Pamela was on.
Right.
So I talked to the Sober Sunday School class the other week about Pandemic Pantry, and Pamela was on there. So thank you, Pamela.
All right. Well, we are trying to jump a little ahead, so we've already popped something in the oven that we're going to be working on, so that we've got one to pull in and one to pull out. So the first thing we're going to make today is
the TikTok feta.
TikTok feta. So in here, you could just go ahead and unwrap our feta.
Okay.
We've just got pretty much a pound block of feta cheese. We've got a good pint of little cherry, I think they're actually little grape tomatoes. So you literally stick those in a dish where they're more or less a single layer. So there they go. You plop your feta on the top.
Oh wow!
I'm sure some of you will have seen this.
You want
and
to
some of
nestle
you
that
might.
in some?
You kind of don't need to actually. It just Then
Wow.
we do olive oil over the top of that.
Wow.
And then I like to add, let's see.
Some
A lot of
herbs.
moving parts today. We have, oh yes, we're going to do garlic with Adrian's favorite garlic press. So we're doing 3 cubes of that. I've got some oregano from the garden.
That
It
smells
beautiful.
lovely.
So we're going to top that in. Would you just crush in 3 garlics?
Do I need a cutting board?
Here, oh, I have prepared your. Let's move this little treasure out of the way
Treasure.
so you can maybe see it better.
Can I use
Hopefully
that
you can see
knife
what we're doing.
too?
Yes, thank you. And then I'm just going to toss in a little bit of basil just to flavour it as it cooks, and then we'll use the rest of the basil to garnish it at the end. But this is, it's marketed, isn't it, as like a super easy sub dish. You can just throw that in the oven, boil some pasta, tip the two together.
Yes.
Or as we're going to do today, you throw it in the oven, sit it on the side, and you can just dip your bread in it and just enjoy that as a casual supper or, you know, lunch with a salad.
Yes.
I'm going to stuff them down the side.
This
Look
way?
at that, yes. All
Look
over
at
the
that.
place.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I mincing it? No, I am mincing it.
You are mincing.
Okay, okay.
That's good. Was that all three?
No.
No.
That was
The
one
more
big
the
one.
better. And that is quite salty, so I wouldn't actually put any more salt in there. We are going to put a little black pepper on the top.
It is salty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good though.
It's
So
quite
this is exactly what we already have in the oven, and it cooks initially at 400 degrees for 14 minutes. And then you're going to whack the oven up to 440 degrees for a further 10. So we've got 3 minutes on our timer, and then we will give our one in the oven those last 10 minutes. And we're going to leave this one on the side ready for us to cook in a little bit. But we want you to just see how quick and easy that is to throw together. Again, that's something you could do in the morning, you could do the night before, and then you could just toss it in.
Yeah, so I'm just pulling the skin out of this mincer. I feel like that helps it to go through.
Yes, we have this love-hate relationship with our mincer.
She's not mincing her words.
Yeah. And then while we were looking that up, we saw another recipe where, you know, people have built off of this to try other things that they enjoy.
Yes.
So that's as simple as that. Can you all see that? And that's it. We're gonna, that just goes in the oven. Say the recipe will be online, and you'll see what to do. And if you're a TikTok person, you've probably seen it, but we just wanted to try it ourselves.
Yes, we did.
So then this one, we're going to go ahead while Adrian's just gathering that into our little trash can.
Yes.
All good.
Oh, it's sticky. Okay.
It's all good.
I'm just gonna rinse my hands.
Yes. We're going to pop some olive oil in this pan, and this time we're going to do, we're going to use goat's cheese, and we're going to use asparagus. So we've just got a bunch of asparagus. And in fact, you're going to go again on the garlic train over there.
Alright.
So while she's doing that, asparagus, if you don't know, just has a natural snapping point. If you're not quite sure where the woody part ends, you just snap. So it's kind of therapeutic.
It is
Like
therapeutic.
popping bubble wrap,
Although
actually.
sometimes I feel like it's surprisingly high up on the garlic, like not where, I mean on the asparagus and not where I was thinking it would be.
Right. And the younger and skinnier those little asparagus heads, the lower down it is, I think. These are some March ones. Okay.
That's some pretty asparagus.
Isn't it? Just toss that to one side. So this is going to be asparagus, pea, mint, basil, and then it says just to, I'm going to just borrow back the knife.
Okay.
And we're going to slice this. So we've pre-cooked some pasta, and we've actually done a red lentil pasta spiral that we're going to serve it over the top of, just so that you can see, you know, two different variations on a theme baked two ways. So in that goes with our garlic.
Okay.
And I'm going to toss that around. Now, like I mentioned, I'm going to turn the oven up now to 440, and we're going to set the timer again for 10 minutes. It's exciting.
I know.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to prep. We've got some fresh mint from the garden. We did just pick it this morning, but it's warm, so it's already a little wilty. But we're going to slice it. And you don't want to slice your basil and your mint too early. Remember, they get bruised, don't they?
Bruised.
You are doing a stellar job.
Thank
over
you.
there.
I'm trying.
This is actually for the second part of the story, as it were.
Okay.
Cut in that tiny.
Okay. There we go,
You
girl.
got it.
Yes,
That weightlifting
look at that.
paid off.
I know.
Look at
I
that.
actually did do arms this morning. Okay, so I'm gonna.
Yes, toss it all together. Smells in the kitchen are very good. Well, we picked, because we're celebrating Derby, not red roses, but our pretty knockout roses from the garden, but I have lemon verbena in here too, and every time we brush it, it's releasing a really pretty lemon smell. Okay, so there's our asparagus, toss it at the bottom. Now this one, it does say make a bit of a hole, and top in, we've got 8 ounces of goat's cheese. It's long.
Okay.
And it goes.
Yum.
So that, I should make
This
this go
at
in the
home.
oven for 20 minutes.
Okay.
So I think what I'm going to do is, as soon as this one comes out, we're going to put this one in so that we're
Okay.
not too crazy.
Competing for oven.
Yes. And in the meantime, we've got here's our pasta, our red lentil pasta that's cooked. We're going to be zesting some lemon. We've got some frozen peas which are defrosted. And then you saw me chopping the mint and the basil. That's all going to just get combined together with that creamy sauce. Exciting, and it smells delicious.
Yes, red lentil pasta is less sinful than just plain white pasta. So
Gluten free?
yes, isn't it? Yes.
I think so.
I'm surprised at the things that they put gluten in these days.
Yes, I was going to show you all the box. Here it is.
Oh yes.
If you haven't bought it before, we just bought this one. Look, natural ingredients, no GMO. It is gluten free, naturally gluten free.
Wow, that's good.
So the only thing that means for our recipe is it tells you to save some of the pasta water to add to the sauce. And that's because it would have had some of that gluten in it, so it will help thicken your sauce. But we're going to just wing it with a bit of hot water, and it's going to be fine.
It'll be fine.
That's our new mantra.
Yes.
It's going to work out.
Oh.
Tell us.
Everyone on here, by the way, well, we can't see the comments. There we go. All right. Oh, who's on here? Who is it? Send a join. Okay, how do I? Hey, if you're here, will you just say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm here. We have something very exciting. We are renaming our show.
Yes.
As you know, it is called Pandemic Pantry, which that title has served us well all these many months that we've been in the pandemic. But we feel like maybe we need a new name, especially in light of the fact that we're going to try to have in-person.
Yes, and nobody liked my post-pandemic pantry suggestion.
Well, I like it. I think.
We're joking. I mean, it's
Yes,
funny.
it is good. You just
But we
tap
need a
an extra
better
word
one.
in there.
We need a better one.
We need a better one. So we need your help deciding. So if you have a suggestion, let us know. And do you have a thought?
Well, because we're going to hope to move to in-person, we were thinking maybe we could call it something like culinary workshops, so people could come and watch us cook and maybe, join in with 1 or 2 things. Did you have an idea?
Mary Frances Joseph actually suggested cooking with Kate, but then I thought, what about me?
What about me? It's really good. Yeah. Oh, we thought cooking with Cadrian.
Cooking.
That could be a good one too.
Which is like our
However,
new name on campus.
But now that you know where we're headed,
yeah,
that's why we need some help.
we need
some
we like the word
suggestions.
workshop. We like having cooking or kitchen in there.
Yes, we want it to be obvious to people what it is they're coming to. So if they invite friends, it's not just got some
we don't want to
weird,
just call it wacky, wonderful things, because then they would be thinking, what is this? But if we can have the kitchen or cooking classes in some way be a part of the name, all the better.
Yeah.
So let us know in the
yes.
comments.
And then hopefully, we talk about perhaps in May, we can be the big reveal of what it's going to be.
Our May. It says we're live. Charlene is on. Kathleen Studstill is on. Nancy Cohn and Irma Head.
Hey, hi everybody.
Hey,
okay, well, just blitzing. So we've got Ritz crackers here. I've got 3 cups of Ritz crackers. I'm probably going to have to do it in 3 goes, but we are blitzing them for the bottom. And you are, did you liberally? Yes, you did. I think I just, looks good. Looking good. So we've got our 3 cups of crumbs, then we've got really know that you need the sugar, but it's got a third of a cup of sugar, and it's going to have an egg white in there too. And we're going to bake the base for 10 minutes, and then let it cool a little bit. So we've got a lot of things underway. So here we go. Snap those in there.
Okay.
One more time. Here we go. In the microwave is the melted butter.
Oh,
Would you grab that?
Yes.
All right. Microwave. The other fridge, the microwave.
The microwave, yes. The microwave.
I think we just both did not have quite enough coffee this morning, but we're making it. We are glad to be back.
Thank you for covering for me, Kate. She said, melted butter is in the microwave, and I went to the fridge.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know how
We
long to
call
leave.
that the
I
struggle
wasn't sure how long to leave you there before I said something.
You're like, the actual microwave.
The other microwave.
Oh my god.
There we go. We've got it. Perhaps we need a little sugar. Maybe that's it.
Yes. Oh y'all, these Derby bars. They're good. And did you know there's something called Cinco de Derby? We didn't know that. We would have totally made that our
We
theme.
just looked that up. Yes, because it's both the same weekend, and they said if you're struggling to decide whether you want to do the dog theme or and that's Winston.
Or you could call it Derby de Mayo.
I think that's so fun.
I know.
We saw the greatest little hats. They were like little sombreros with feathers at the
With
side
Derby
that you
stuff.
could have.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to have an in-person Derby, this kind of thing next year.
gosh,
Whatever our new
forever.
name is.
Forever. Okay, so here it is, all blitzed up together. Adrian, you're going to be my squisher. Okay. It's not an up the side sort of squish. It's just a squish it. There we go.
Along the bottom.
Along the bottom.
Okay. And
I'm actually going to need that again. So let's just rinse that out real quick.
oh, the mixer.
Yeah, so we are getting ready for Derby Day. I enjoy Derby. My grandfather actually wanted to be a jockey. So
Really?
Yes, he was a petite chap. He wasn't, but he would have liked to be. And so he was very passionate about horses.
Oh.
I enjoyed this a lot. You know, we're looking up the names of winners. Well,
Yes, we were trying to figure out who's going to win.
Yeah, we've got some good suggestions for who we.
Yes, who are you guys rooting for? Because I'm rooting for Old Faithful.
No, we did do a little bit of research. What was he called?
I don't remember.
Have another bit.
Necessary Times or something
Oh,
like that.
here we go. He was called. Oh, was he called? I don't think that's
Hot
right.
Shot?
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one called Helium.
Oh yeah, we were saying she's full of hot air.
But that'll be fun.
I have never been to the Kentucky Derby, but I have been to the Derby in England actually. And I don't think it's called the Derby, but
No, I don't know what that is.
it was something Derby Downs, or something like that. I know that's actually a subdivision here in Montgomery, but it was a Downs something because we went and watched the horse race, and it was actually the day that the first that Kate and Will's first baby was born.
Oh.
So we sang "God Save the Queen" at a banquet.
That was.
I felt like a
George,
true
George.
Anglophile. Yeah, it was
Okay,
George.
so look, while you're doing that, this is what our TikTok looks
Oh
like.
my
Look
gosh.
at that. So you can't hear this, but it's, well, but you
Sizzling.
can hear this. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. All crispy and delicious looking, and then really, you just squidge.
You just squish.
Just squish it
The
all together.
cookbook will say that.
Uh-huh.
How is my
That is beautiful. So you're going to put that in the top oven.
Okay, right now.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Am I setting a timer or anything?
10 minutes.
Okay.
So this is so hot that even though you maybe can see my pasta isn't goodness me, my cheese isn't 100% melted. It is, as I'm stirring it, look, making that delicious. Oh,
10-minute
yummy.
timer.
10-minute timer. Okay. So there it is. That's it. And then you would
Oh my
pour
gosh,
that over
it's
pasta, or you
so
can
good.
dip. So we're actually going to toss it into a bowl. I'm going to leave it in here to keep hot while we finish our day today. And then we're going to serve it. Show you a fun serving presentation.
Yes.
There's that one.
Yum.
And then you've got a 10-minute timer.
I do on my watch.
Okay. And now I'm going to slide in our beautiful asparagus and goat's cheese.
Lovely.
That's going in for 20
It
minutes.
smells so good in this kitchen, y'all.
Yum.
I
Smells
must
like summer.
Mm-hmm.
We were just saying the fresh herbs and everything, just beautiful.
Yes.
Feels really good. Okay, so we've just started a little of everything.
Yes.
So we've got a lot going on. So
Yes.
now we're going to do this. Oh my gosh. So this is Nadia Hussein's recipe, and if you're a British Bake Off fanatic, she won the British Bake Off one year. And it is.
Spoiler, that's the season we're on right now.
Sorry, people.
I figured she won because she has this beautiful TV show on Netflix. Watch it.
Yes, it is really good. Well, writing that in. Spoiler. We can put spoiler alert. At the
Spoiler
beginning.
alert.
Yeah, so large 9-inch bundt tin, and we are going to very liberally spray this on. I'm going to do it over the sink.
Kate's a musician. She's
Yes, this is what I play to Adrian's.
Yes, and while
my
she's
skill
doing
set.
that, we have a watercolor workshop in May, you guys.
Now that I can do.
Gail Jones is coming back May 20th. It's a Thursday,
Love
from
it.
9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the youth lounge in person. So you'll have to wear a mask pretty much the whole time unless you're actively eating or drinking. It's a bring your own lunch situation because most of the time if I order lunch for everybody, half the people don't eat it because they're on some kind of diet like I am right now. So I understand. But it's $45 for the workshop. Gail, who is a fabulous teacher, she provides all the supplies. All you do is walk in, get your name tag from me, and start painting. And $25 if you want a mat to mat your work. Kate has been a faithful student at her workshops and can vouch for how great of a teacher Gail is.
She is. You will leave feeling like $1 million. She is great. And what is our subject this time? Is that pretty
It's
fast?
a little. It's like almost like a jar.
Like a mason jar?
Yes, I think it's a mason jar of three white flowers. It's really lovely.
Lucy, and white flowers are hard to do, so that would be a great
Yep.
skill set. Okay, you can get any pre-done shop caramel sauce. I ended up with this one. It's slightly warm, so be warned. And you are just going to squirt that at the bottom. So basically, we're making a chocolate cake with a flan topping. But the beauty and the fun of it is that you put the cake in, and then you put the flan on top, and then you put it in the oven, and as it cooks, the flan is the bottom,
So
cake
cool.
is the top, and then you flip.
How much
It's super cool.
should I squirt in?
All
there?
of it.
All of it.
So, excuse you. There it goes. All right, so that's doing its thing. And while that's doing that,
Yes.
we have got 250 grams. So we'll translate all this. We've got butter and sugar. I'm going to whisk this up together real quick. Oh, look at that. Yes, get your money's worth out of
Very
that, girl.
carefully. Yes, we're going to. And I'm glad to tell y'all Sunday school starts back soon. May 9th, Mother's Day. I'm sure you know that already,
But you might not.
but you might not. Yeah, so we'll be doing our own version of Sunday school for a little while until the whole campus is reopened, but that'll be May 9th. You should get information about that from your Sunday school president and in the e-news.
Yes, and we're welcoming you back with some home-baked treats at each of the doors. So yeah,
I
I'm
didn't know
ready.
that.
I'm hungry.
And how are we? Well, I guess we'll figure that out. I was about to ask how are we going to do one aspect of it, but we'll just find out on the day.
Yes, don't worry about it. Okay, so we've whisked that up, and now we're just whisking one egg into our cake.
That's good.
Or cake. Okay. So just like you would start start almost any cake recipe. Alright. Got it?
Yes. Is that good, you think?
Yeah, okay, great.
Yay! Hey. All right.
Yes, it doesn't seem like a very big cake mixture for the size of the tin, but do not be fooled, it works.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Winston. So, now we've got an ounce of cocoa and 7 ounces, I think, of flour, and plain flour, and we're just going to pop that through our sieve. And we've got baking powder, baking soda, and then we wanted to add our own little shazazz, sizzle, pizzazz, yeah. So we've got a little cinnamon that's going to go in there, and just the tiniest touch of cayenne.
Yes, because it is the Cinco de Mayo cake after all.
Yes, I'm just going to squeeze around here. So really just like the point of a knife. Boom, there it goes. And this cake, you just need to read the recipe through one time before you start, because there's quite a few little components. This is 8 ounces of milk, but it calls for you to melt 3 tablespoons of instant coffee in part of that milk ahead of time, and then let it cool, and then you have your milk. What I actually did was do a shot of Nespresso in the machine, and then I just made up the difference with the milk. So we're going to try that this time. I think it'll be good. And so we are just going to alternate these two into here until I have a cake mixture.
Okay.
And we're also going to pop in some vanilla bean paste. Which I haven't used before. I was just intrigued. Do any of you use vanilla bean paste as opposed to
just
the extract?
pure vanilla extract?
Yeah. Thought, well,
Never used
we'll
it.
give it a go. I see it a lot in recipes.
Yum.
So there it goes.
That
Time
looks
is still
yummy.
good. All right. So in goes the vanilla bean.
Let me look at my timer.
Okay, so in goes a little bit of flour. It's been a while since we've done baking.
I know.
Mostly because we've been watching what we eat, because it's fun to bake.
We have been. I told the Sunday school class, the sewers class, you can watch us grow on Pandemic Pantry, and then you can watch us shrink again.
I'm sure it wasn't it was just the pandemic, and the pantry sure didn't help.
Well, exactly, because we were able to eat all this yummy food.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh
dear.
Ooh, good to snooze.
Oh, we had fun at Springo. A lot of you came to the bingo in the park last week. That was a lot of fun. We'll have to do that one again.
Yes. Was it cold? A little bit chilly?
It was chilly, it was windy, but it was still a lot of fun.
Oh yes, I bet. I'm sorry I missed it.
Well, you had important things going on, didn't you?
I had armfuls of love that day. I had my grandbaby in town, so that was very
She was
special.
memeing all week.
I was memeing. She was the best helper she could possibly be.
Yes, she was a good mascot when she came to the office.
All right, so here it goes, little by little, making a cake. Actually, would you grab me a spatula?
Yes.
Anyone that you fancy? Try not to splash either of it.
Don't splash yourself.
Foolishly, neither of us has got an apron on, but it's okay.
It's okay. That looks so good.
And now we've got the smell of lemons and asparagus and melted cheese and chocolate. It's a tough job. It really is. It is a tough job. Okay, so Adrian, would you carefully like to dollop that round so that it doesn't really go up the sides?
Okay.
Because then we have a nice clear line. So
Okay.
yes, that's you. And Rebecca, perhaps you'd like a second spatula.
Sure.
Never enough spatulas. I love a spatula. And while she's doing that, we're going to simply make our flan topping. which is 4 eggs, 20 fluid ounces of evaporated milk, and a can of condensed milk. So no calories here.
Nope.
Nothing.
Zero
Nothing
Weight
to
Watchers
see.
points.
But yummy. I do like condensed milk.
Well, it's delicious.
Goodness.
Oh my goodness. Thank you to those of you who came out for the blood drive the other week. Oh, my
Yes.
timer's going off for the cake crust, the baked
Okay.
bars.
I can take care of that.
But yes, the blood drive was good. We didn't get quite as many people as we would have hoped. So if you still would like to give blood, we are still in this part of Alabama is in crisis mode, seeking blood, and 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives.
So it's absolutely worthwhile. Look, and there's a quick look at our crust. So it's had 10 minutes in the oven.
And it
just
smells
that
nice.
lovely nutty smell that's coming from the bottom. We're going to let that cool down a little bit while we finish our cake.
Our cake.
So, in went the condensed milk, in go the eggs. Oh, I forgot how fun this is.
I know. I love to bake. It's just then I want to eat what I've baked.
Me too.
So I've been making a lot of oatmeal pancakes and things that are a little bit more redemptive. But I want to make a pie. I think it's time for another blueberry pie soon.
Yes. Oh, we went strawberry picking. That's something we did last week. If any of you are seasonal strawberry pickers, gosh, what do you do with all your strawberries? I remember last year we made, because the temptation is to pick far more than you need. It's just so much fun. So we've been eating strawberries right, left, and centre. Last year we made strawberry pie, didn't we? And we made strawberry bomb pops, I think we made as well.
We made so many different things on that episode with the strawberries because we called it acres of strawberries, I think.
Yes, and I think, yes, I'm sure we made like a strawberry ice cream in there too. Yummy. So this year, I'm trying to think of something fun other than jam. Don't eat a lot of, now that I'm not eating bread, I don't eat so much jam. So, yes, I need a new idea for all those strawberries.
Yes.
And then any minute it'll be blueberries. Right, here goes the evaporated milk. And then it's going to be simply push the button. Ready, steady.
More vanilla.
Tiny bit more vanilla. I thought paste would be thicker,
Yeah.
as the name suggests.
Yum.
Right.
Anyway, if you want to give blood, call Life South in Montgomery on Carmichael Road. Call them and tell them you'd like to donate, and we would really appreciate it. And someone called and said, "Will I still get credit for giving it to the church?" And I said, "If you tell them yes, you will."
Absolutely. Okay, so there's our flan mixture. Adrian has beautifully portioned the cake in.
I don't know how beautiful that is.
And now we're going to pour it over the back of a spatula, because otherwise
Oh.
that will stop it sort of pouring a hole, as it were, into the cake and flooding the top.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so there's another crucial part that while we were chatting and having so much fun, I forgot to tell you. We're going to cook this in a water bath. So, yeah, just wash that for me.
Okay.
So, I have to wait for that kettle to boil 1 second. And like you would with a creme caramel or a flan, you have to stop it getting too hot, otherwise it curdles. So we are going to pop. So it's still popped up a little bit, even though we did everything we
It's
said.
down
Get
there.
down there. It's going to be alright. It's going to be fine.
The cake is trying to
It's trying to
swim up.
Hello. I'm sure that's what I put it in last time.
No, friend.
The cake's popping up again.
The cake just really wants to pop up.
It's gonna be okay.
It is going to be great.
Try this one. If for some reason, it's one of these, it works better than the other.
Oh, Fran Jones, Libby Norris, Jane James.
Oh,
Wish I could come to the art workshop. Jane, I was going to say,
come.
Kate's sister is taking the workshop. So if Jane, she's saying she wishes she could come from the UK, you guys. So
Yes.
don't miss it.
All right, right, so I'm putting a cloth in the bottom. I don't know, it did suggest that that was a possible maybe. I don't know why it's being so naughty. I did it like this before.
I don't know.
This
Is there
real,
stuff you
real
can put
problems.
under there as a bumper in addition to that rag?
No.
Are
Maybe.
you going to use this?
Let me ponder that for a second while you tell everyone about book club.
Yes, we are going to have book club again on May 11th. If you want to read ahead, I like to read like a couple of weeks before, otherwise I forget everything. But we are reading West with Giraffes, written by Linda Rutledge, and that'll be on Tuesday, May 11th at 11 a.m. Perhaps in person. We don't know. But we've been meeting over Zoom, and that has been fine. But we would love to see each other.
Yeah, so I haven't read that.
I haven't, but I would like to. She worked with giraffes, and it's basically like a memoir about that. So.
Oh, how beautiful. Okay, so we've solved our problem and we've put a folded up tea towel at the bottom. And so it's still going to work out. And now I'm just going to pour hot water up the sides just to be a bit of a buffer. And hopefully that kettle's not too loud and you can still hear us. So as soon as that's done, I'm going to pour that in and we're going to slide that into a 350-degree oven and it's going to cook for about an hour and then some, I think.
Yes.
So we have one we prepared earlier.
And for those of you who are new on here, we are renaming our show. So we are looking for words that suit, keywords that suit our new identity. Not necessarily pandemic, but pantry is still good. Kitchen, cooking, workshop, those kinds of words. So some of the suggestions that we've thought of are cooking workshop, culinary workshop. I know it sounds boring in comparison to pandemic pantry. However, it does tell you what it is you're coming to.
Yeah.
So we can always
something with Methodist in it. Method.
Wesleyan workshop.
Wesleyan workshop. I don't know.
I don't know, but
That's why we need you guys.
we do. We need your suggestions, and we're going to announce the new name on the next episode. Furthermore, we are
Struggling.
we're struggling. We are struggling, and we hope that the first one will be in August or September. Yay! In person.
In person. Okay. Well, we've got a lot of moving parts for a minute. That is about 4 minutes away. So while that's starting
Was
to
mine
do
go
that.
off? Did mine go off?
Yes, because there it is.
Oh, you're right. I told you it went off. Okay, good. Okay, sorry everybody. Sorry. Ignore me.
I'm going to let you.
Right.
So now we're making the filling for the top of these Derby bars. And the reason they're so delicious is we're literally setting sugar, nuts, and chocolate with eggs on the top, and it is divine. So we've got 12 ounces of chocolate chips. We've got 2 cups of chopped pecans, a cup of brown sugar. Adrian's going to add 3 eggs. I'm going to run to the microwave and melt a little bit of butter.
The microwave, not the refrigerator. Also, we are, if you're looking for projects to do, the Great 50 Days is the 50 days after Easter at the church. I'm just going to mix the eggs in with this sugar cake.
Yes, just
Okay.
not even, just crack them in, tip it.
Okay. Okay. And we have several projects that are associated with Kate and me, and one of them is knitting. If you like to knit, crochet, sew, we are doing baby blankets, baby caps, and knit and prayer shawls. So if you're interested in knitting, sewing, crocheting, any of that thing, go to fumcmontgomery.org/institches. We have our own webpage, and there's patterns there, and we would just love to have any contributions you may want to give.
Yes, I've taught myself to knit a baby blanket, so if I can do it, you can do it. So
Yes,
now
after
finish
having
that.
taught yourself to do a prayer
Taught myself
shawl.
to do a prayer shawl. So I can do that. And I have to give a shout out to my sister. She is busy sewing for the National Health Service, and she has made, I want to say 17, if that's wrong, Dane, I'm not sure, but she has made scrubs for the NHS medical workers.
So awesome.
She's been real busy.
Was she on the webpage or something, or
She
on
is.
the
I
Facebook
posted
page?
her on InStitches too, so you can see what she's been up to.
Yes.
But But we would love you to join in. It's not too late. I know knitters can be, I know Mary Bruce is one of our knitters. She says she can do a baby cap in like 2 days. So if you're a knitter, come on.
Come on, we need you.
It's not too late. And then we're having a blessing party.
We are on May
May
17th,
17th.
and that's 2 Mondays from, is that right?
Yeah. Switch.
No. Today's the 26th. So
3
Mondays from today.
Mondays from today.
So if you'll bring your items, and we'll have a minister there to bless them.
Yes. And then do we remember where they're going?
Yes, Gift of Hope, Gift of Life Foundation is where the baby knitted caps and blankets will go, and the prayer shawl ministry will take the prayer shawls and make sure they go to wonderful people who need prayers and comfort right now. And then in addition to the knitting opportunity, if you like to write letters, we are doing letters to veterans.
Yes.
So in addition to veterans, it's live and active, not live and active, what am I saying? Active service duty members too. So if you wanted to write a letter, period, it will go to somebody who's either in the military or retired military. So that would be a wonderful gift. That is on the Great 50 Days page of the website, which I think is fumcmontgomery.org/great50. However, oh, Joel Wheaton's watching.
Oh, hey, it's a family affair today.
Yes. So if you want to write a letter or knit, you can Google FUMC Montgomery Great 50 Days, and it'll take you to that webpage.
Yes,
I
and
can't
then there's
remember
lots
the
of little
URL.
squares, little
Yes.
icons, and you just click on whatever you're interested in. It scrolls down, and then you follow a link.
Yes.
And then if you're not a letter writer either, there's art supplies.
Yes, you can donate art supplies, and we have an Amazon wish list. All the art supplies are going to King's Canvas. Kevin King has an after-school program for budding artists, and what he does he does fabulous things in that studio, and so we are helping him get goods for supplies for the kiddos. So I mean, we just have a lot of really cool service projects right now, and during Lent we did as well. So it's very exciting.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
am I doing this?
Oh yes, and my sister put on there, she did 303 surgical hats. That was a fun thing.
45 laundry bags.
Yes.
I want to hear more about these laundry bags too.
I think the laundry bags were sadly for families to bring home things from their loved ones. So they were just a handmade bag of love that
If your loved one was
your
coming
loved
home
one
with you.
was not coming home, and then their things would be sent home in that,
Jane,
as opposed to just coming home in a
that's-
plastic supermarket
yes,
bag.
that says like these are your hospital items. That is so
So
nice,
it's a very
Jane.
loving thing.
Very loving.
Oh, all right, now something beeped. Here we go.
It wasn't me.
Sometimes. Okay. Oh my goodness, so more good smells, ladies and gentlemen.
Such good smells.
Look at that beautiful bright green of our asparagus.
Ooh.
Happy, happy. Okay, Adrian, you have nailed that.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Now you're going to pour that in
Okay.
its entirety. You could use that little crappy little spatula.
Okay.
Okay, so into here, multitasking. So while we were chatting, we just beat together all the ingredients on that list. So the eggs, the sugar, the melted butter, we added a dark Karo syrup, a light Karo syrup. Woo! And then we've stirred in our chocolate, our pecans, and we didn't pre-toast them because they are going to toast. And now we're just going to smooth that over the whole shebang. Wowee. Right, I'm tipping a few chilies on top of our goat's cheese. I am then going to toss in our peas. Peas, please.
Peas, please.
We're going to zest some lemon. Oh my goodness. You could use any kind of peas. I think those pretty lady peas are in season right now. Or those pink peas. Those would be so pretty. Check out the farmer's market. I bet they've got something wonderful.
That lemon smells so good.
There it goes. Alright. I did pre-slice, so then we have the minced 350-degree oven.
It's gonna be good. I can tell you that right now.
And we got that recipe. This recipe was in Entertaining and Celebrate Spring. So we were digging around looking for fun things to do. So that's where we found this one. And it says 35 to 40 minutes. So let's pop that. We are nothing without a timer these days.
I know.
All right, so let's just give it 35 and check it.
All right.
All right?
Lovely.
Can't do an English accent now. I have all my English people watching. Right, so now we're squishing together. Gosh, look at that. I'm loving this.
This
people.
is so great.
So this is the point at which it was saying, might look a bit thick, add some of your pasta water. So you could drizzle in a bit of milk. If you did cook pasta, do reserve some of your cooking liquid and you could just drizzle a bit in. I honestly think we're just going to got a few little remnants of hot water in here on my cake. I'm just going to loosen it up, but I think when you put that over your hot pasta,
Touched it.
oh yes, you do that. I'm going to microwave this really quickly. Beauty of preparing ahead.
Yes, look at this. It's so creamy. It smells so good.
Right, so really we are to a point where we can quickly just bring everything forward pretty
All
much.
right.
Now.
Great.
So while you're just titillating that, move these.
Okay.
Oh, that is 450 degrees, does not cool quickly. So anyway, I'm choosing to move our lovely dippy cheese sauce into here. Oh my goodness. Summer afternoon in the garden.
Yes.
With a whole plate. Oh, yum. But no, I really did, I'm serious, it really does make a good supper.
Yes.
Jill and I had it for supper the other night, you know. I know we're not always in the mood to cook when we should be. And it's nice to have some hacks, right?
Oh, it's so hard to find time to cook dinner sometimes. Now, would you like this on there? Or
Okay,
you
I think we are going to pour that over this
Oh,
pasta.
yes. Right. Yum. It's going to be good.
So it's warm. That's probably hot, isn't it? Should
It's
I grab
very
that?
hot. Yes.
So,
Oh, told you. Don't burn yourself. Nobody wants to see you get burned.
nobody wants that. Okay, oh my. Yum.
Yum.
Gosh, it does smell good. And the mint now, and the basil, and the peas.
Smells really good. Sorry we haven't invented smell of
Television.
Yeah.
That's right. It's pretty, actually it's very pretty with the red pasta.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to like totally toss it, but you can see, and we'll take some pictures so that you can get a better look at that.
Yes. You know we
Maybe
love to
this
take
one.
pictures.
That one's got the basil on the top. We can just put a little bouquet of mint, and then perhaps just a little soupçon of that yellow bit on the top there, just to jazz that up. Big green salad next to that. Oh, you're
Lovely.
ready to go. So that's two goodies.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as I say, we finished our other goodies ahead of time. So actually, let's throw a little Mexican blanket.
Yes.
Thought we'd put our little Mexican blanket down.
Mm-hmm.
And bring out the. Look, this is the cake. Now, obviously, it needs keeping in the fridge. We just had it on the side because that was more convenient for us. But it's got a jiggle to the top. Mine's very cold because it's been in the refrigerator. So as it warms and comes to room temperature, it'll be a little more jiggly. And I'm
here's
going to. Oh yes, and those are the pecan bars. Yes.
Okay, well, I'm
Yes.
sorry, am I jumping the gun?
You're not jumping the fences. Yeah. Okay, so now I've got a little bit of cocoa. Just going to put a little bit of cocoa on the
she
top.
knows how to do this.
I think it might not even need powdered sugar, but I'm quite a powdered sugar girl.
She likes her powdered sugar on
I
stuff.
do. It's just good
It
enough
just
like
looks
that.
so pretty.
Isn't that lovely? So there's that.
Wonderful.
And then our last little fun happy,
Ooh,
as we get get ready for the derby. Oh yes, so pecan pie. We didn't have mint julep glasses, but we have these really fun. My sister will recognise these. These were my grandfather's, I think, and they just have the names of horses from years gone by. So we are going to use these.
Secretariat.
Yes. Pop a little hat on.
All right.
One has to be ready for the races.
That's right.
All right.
We
so,
are ready.
We are so ready. So we're going to muddle our mint. So here are
All right.
6 mint leaves for you.
Okay.
6 for me. This is one of those moments where a tool like a muddler, which you don't use from one year's end to the other, but on the days that you need it, you need it. There isn't really anything else that's quite as good. So I put about 6 in. I'm using the end of my lemon squeezer. And we're really just smashing that down a little bit. I think you're supposed to put a tiny little smush of sugar. Now you could use crème de menthe. We made an alcohol-free, obviously just a spritzer that is just a nod to a mint julep for our derby party. Derby party for 2.
Derby party.
That we're about to have. So we have muddled that, and then we found a recipe online, which is a recipe that's taken from a recipe that is for a mint julep like they make at Disney. So you use lemonade concentrate, soda, club soda, and sugar, and you bring it to the boil. The recipe will be online, and then cool it, and it makes a sugar syrup. You muddle your mint. I'm going to fill our glasses with ice. Could be a bit noisy. And then we had to chill it. So you really just brought it all to the boil, chill, and then we are. So friends first.
Oh, thank you. Look at that.
I'll just garnish it with a strawberry. Look at that. So we're using the ice to dilute it, but the recipe will tell you, you dilute it almost 1-to-1 with water. And then you can put a little strawberry in there.
How cute.
How cute is that? Your piece of mint to stir it with.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. So
So
hopefully you've got some fun little ideas from us today on things that you can do for your Cinco de derby party and maybe a late night supper for the day after. So again, here's our flan cake with a little bit of chili in it. Nice little nod to Mexico. Our pie bars, our derby pie bars with the pine nuts and the chocolate. Our little mint juleps.
Pecans.
What did I say?
Pine nuts.
Not
Which I'm allergic to. So.
Yes. No.
So no.
Pecans.
Cake pecans, yes.
Pecans. And and our pasta, goat's cheese pasta bake, and our feta cheese.
Yeah.
So we are so glad that you came.
Yes.
And Adrian, after we toast you, is going to sing us out with our little song for the day.
Oh, that's good.
That's very refreshing.
That is
All
so
try
good.
that and comment below how you like it.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks for watching Pandemic Pantry. Now you'll be cooking so fancy. We have to rename our show, so comment with suggestions down below.
Woo! And we really would. And if something comes to you in the night, shoot us an email. But thanks for watching.
Cheers! That's so good.
Yum.
Bye.
All right, where should we start?